Hog Reaction, our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha, is brought to you by Monk Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Evans against Helfrich. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Chopped up the middle. Milam at shortstop gloves it near second base. Off balance, throw to first, ends the game. 6-3 put out in the ninth inning will end it. One hit, one left. LSU wins it 4-1. Monday at 1 o'clock, Arkansas and Murray State elimination game. Hogs drop into the losers bracket.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Don't forget about Hog Reaction after every Arkansas postseason baseball game.
And we welcome you in to Hog Reaction following an Arkansas win over the UCLA Bruins tonight, 7-3. Alongside Colton Little, I'm Ty Richardson. We're live at DJ's Dugout here in Omaha. The Razorbacks continue to survive 50% of the way through when we talked about 4 days in June. You got to beat LSU twice, a team that hadn't been in the postseason, a team that you're now 1-3 against this season, and you got to take them out twice with the possibility of facing off against Kate Anderson and also Ianson again. A lot to get into. Lewis Automotive Group hotline open for you, 877-377-6963. Colton, your initial reaction to Arkansas getting some hits tonight, and really 7-3 doesn't necessarily tell the full story of this game. There was 3 unearned runs in the ninth, thanks to, 4 errors for the Razorbacks. Mm-hmm. This could have been a shutout, just didn't go their way down the very stretch, and I know there's probably some frustrations within that team about they weren't able to close this team out with the 0 on the scoreboard, or with the nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I got a little bit sloppy tonight and down there at the end, but for the most part, like you said, the bats did wake up, and you have to be a little bit inspired by some of the Razorback hitters being able to go out there and take advantage of UCLA pitchers tonight. Vahiva Aloy had a good night at the plate. Big fly early on sort of shifted the momentum of the entire game. They were just some really great plays by your Razorback defense early on that I think helped the Razorback pitching staff. Only used 3 arms tonight, which still puts you in a pretty good place coming up against a really fierce LSU squad tomorrow, which you're going to need all the arms and all the pitching that you can have.
And the good thing is, as you alluded to, Arkansas does have a good chunk of pitching. You saw a good performance from Aiden Jimenez tonight, and I know his last outing or two hasn't been great, so that was encouraging to see really him show out in this game. I know Will McIntyre would have loved to have a few of those plays back that not just he made. Iredale had a bad play at third where the ball looked like it's rolling out and it stayed in. But hitting really is the thing I know a lot of Arkansas fans are excited about. There's still some issues with leaving guys on base. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's not a thing. But when you look at what this lineup was able to accomplish tonight with 10 hits, ended up with 7 total runs, you like what you saw, and it's gotten better. Now, again, you're going to face the best competition you faced all year in the LSU Tigers, and hopefully the Razorbacks will be able to come out at least in this next game tomorrow. And then it's a do-or-die situation. You put the pressure back on LSU. LSU doesn't have as much pressure tomorrow night, being the fact that they lose one. They can still play on Thursday, but being that you've taken on 2 elimination games, you've won both of these, it's exciting to see this Arkansas team not quit, still dig in and play like Dave Van Horn wanted them to down the stretch. Hey, this not only this post-game Hog Reaction, but really coverage all week long, not just this week, but last week, would not be possible without Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Texas Barbecue and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel. Plenty of highlights to choose from, including Vahiva Aloy is cooking right now in Omaha.
And Babylon leading at first with nobody out. 2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Vahiva Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hog shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
Love seeing him have success there. 3 RBIs for Aloy, 2 hits, had a triple and a home run. He's hitting now .352 on the season, and they walked him once as well. So he got on base 3 times tonight for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He had 2 hits last game. He had a hit and a walk this game before. And Colton, I think if I remember correctly, he had a solid regional. Wasn't great. just an okay super regional. But, man, he is – when they need him the most, he's come up big for this Arkansas offense thus far.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the reason why at the end of the year, he's probably going to end up with the Golden Spikes Award. Because when you do these things on the game's biggest stage, and that is what the College World Series is for the game of college baseball, all the eyes are on there. And I think at the end of the day, the Golden Spikes is one of those awards where it's like the Heisman. It's a popularity thing, and a shortstop's going to get that award. There is no hate on Alex. I think it's Lodi's from Florida State. He had really good numbers and had a great season, but he wasn't able to lead his team to Omaha and also lead his team through the elimination bracket in the College World Series because his team's not there. And Fahiva Aloy is a really big part of what this Razorback team can do. But I think that what you're starting to see, Ty, is some of these guys are starting to feel like, look, if I'm not stepping up, it's okay. The next guy behind me is going to step up too. It's why you have guys like Justin Thomas, who the last couple of games, his bat at the bottom of the order has woke up. So there's a lot of pressure that's off Fahiva Aloy's shoulders. And when you go up to bat, Ty, and you don't have the weight of the entire team standing on you or on your shoulders with that bat, you swing a lot easier and freer.
Yeah, and I want to give some credit to Justin Thomas. And we talked about his 4-8 effort this last game, which wasn't talked about enough because Gage Wood outshined not only everyone yesterday in college baseball, but really, as you brought up on the Morning Rush, everyone in sports in general. JT gets 2 more hits, his second consecutive multi-hit game, and you're loving, as you said, what you're seeing from your 9-hole guy who is nearly hitting 300 now on the season at 298. Plenty more reaction to get to. We're going to get to some text coming up as well. Again, live reaction from Omaha, Nebraska following Arkansas' 7-3 win over the UCLA Bruins. You get a familiar foe, the LSU Tigers, tomorrow night, 6 p.m., ESPN, of course, right here on most of these radio stations. We'll react more coming up here from the Emerald City.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Insurance company throwing you a curveball? Are they crowding the plate and not offering you a fair settlement? If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need an experienced attorney to fight for you. I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions, licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma. No win, no fee. Call Mock Legal Solutions today for your free consultation. 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
There's only one place to buy fireworks at wholesale prices. Hey guys, I'm Chris Brewer, the owner of USA Fireworks in Arkansas. The best way to purchase your fireworks show is at wholesale prices. Get more fireworks for your money at USA Fireworks Wholesale. If you're interested in purchasing a fireworks show at wholesale prices, send us a message on our website at usafireworks.org. That's usafireworks.org. Go Hogs.
For details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Summer is here, and Jelco Outdoors has the outdoor gear for you. Hiking boots by Salomon, running shoes by Under Armour, fishing shoes by Extra Tough and Under Armour, dry fit fishing and outdoor clothing by AFCO, Ariat, Drake, Hook, and Under Armour. Take advantage of the hot summer deals on summer clothing with buy one, get the second at 50% off. See store for details. For all your summer fishing, Jelco has the gear. Hunters, get ready for bow season. Jelco Outdoors, your one-stop summer store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith. Smith.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Mama, Jackie Ferry.
479
479
521
521
4220.
What should tell you?
Consistency is what we strive for in life. Our baseball program is an ideal example of that. Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Dallas Street Dental. Dr. Bill Ligon has stressed that same concept for the last 15 years at the Dallas Street location. From getting to patients on time to diagnosing needs throughout an appointment. Dallas Street Dental is offering half-price Zoom professional whitening in June and July. In addition, Dallas Street Dental is offering a $50 new patient special. I trust my pearly whites to Dr. Ligon, and you can too.
Razorback fans, it's Omaha time. Gear up for every tailgate and watch party at the Party Place, the River Valley's largest locally owned party supply superstore. All the Razorback decor you need, from cups, plates, banners, and even beer hats. Heat up summer with luau supplies, Hawaiian shirts, paperware, leis, and more. Get ready to light up the 4th of July with red, white, and blue decorations that'll make your celebration sparkle. Shop local, celebrate big. Shop the Party Place, 7810 Rogers Avenue behind Ashley's Furniture. Go hog wild with the Party Place, where every celebration starts.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, my buddy Simon Wheeler with Wheeler Power Sports. Stop by the studio.
If you have a name brand motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side you would consider selling or trading, call or text or use bike buyers at 479-783-5822 or visit us online at wheelerpowersports.com. Buy, sell, or trade Wheeler is the one for 2025. Try to be Fort Smith's authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and Slingshot.
Simon Wheeler at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Wahiba Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hawks shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
This is Hog Reaction.
So when Phil Elson speaks, I listen. Not about everything, but Razorback baseball. Hacker and Harrison texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline saying it's got to be Beidelshees tomorrow, but probably will be a bullpen game since all their arms are fresh. Everyone will have a short lease. Coyle, Gibbler, Fouch, and the rest can fill innings. If I remember, this is how they beat LSU in Game 3 in Baton Rouge. DVH needs to keep Gackle rested. It's too soon for him. I'm going to be very surprised if anyone else besides Landon Beidelshees starts tomorrow. Colton, what say you?
I would think that he's really the only guy left that has kind of got that has enough starting experience that you would feel comfortable with. It wouldn't be like a serious wild card. Yep. The issue with Landon Beidelshees, the reason why he had fallen out of the starting rotation, Ty, if you remember, he had given up bomb after bomb after bomb. I think he was leading the team for a pitcher in home runs given up. Well, it's a little bit different type of game in Omaha, Ty. I mean, you're not going to see quite nearly as many home runs. The ballpark plays bigger. We've seen that in every single Razorback game. There have been several fly balls that if they were playing at Baum Walker, you know, the beer hats would be going crazy. There'd be beer showers everywhere. It'd be fantastic. But these are routine flyouts here at Charles Schwab Field. So that might play into Landon Beidelshees' favor to stay out there a little bit longer, Ty, because now I think you just need 54 outs to get to the championship series.
By the way, our phone lines are not just operational from a texting standpoint.
Yeah, give us a call.
I would like to thank our friend Colton Little for helping fix. I'm going to blame myself, even though it had nothing to do with me. Thank you for fixing that today, Colt 45. So those are open. So, again, at 10:48 tonight, I assume all of you are sober. Of course you have something to say that wouldn't in any way diminish your character. let's say. So you can, again, call us or text us at 877-377-6963. Speaking of sober, Big Mike from Waldron texting in, saying good or great pitching, good hitting. Mac looked like he hadn't pitched in a while, but got it done. So you think about Mac, not in the SEC tournament, not in the Fayetteville or Super Regional, unless I'm just forgetting something. So he's been out a while. I know he was disappointed. Iredale mishandled that play at third where it looked like it was swinging foul and it stayed fair, and then it was kind of a lazy effort on his part. Then Mac, just overshot Reese Robinette. It was bad. Reese a big dude. Like, he's got a lot. You know how they always talk about wingspans for basketball players? Reese has got a pretty sizable wingspan, and there wasn't much of an attempt because that was well past Reese's glove in that one. So hopefully that didn't shake Will McIntyre's confidence, because if you do get through LSU tomorrow, you might need him for Thursday night. You're definitely going to need him for the championship series. It's available. Again, you're 50% of the way. The whole setup we've been talking about since the loss Saturday night, as of Monday morning, 4 days in June, just like 4 days in October for the Boston Red Sox. That's why we've been playing clips on the Morning Rush, paralleling these two teams. This is kind of like the New York Yankees. Now, you've had more success against LSU than the Yankees had, than the Red Sox had against the Yankees. But at the same time, like, you can't seem to beat these guys in the postseason. Now, albeit they played a lot more in the American League playoffs than you have with LSU in the College World Series. But at some point in time, as Ric Flair used to say, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And LSU standing right in the way. Sterling is phoned in from Center Ridge. We got a full call sheet here. Sterling, you are on Hog Reaction. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. It was a great game by the Hogs. Took advantage of most of the opportunities. Got big hits at big times. Rudy, after the first inning, settled down. Jimenez was outstanding. And McIntyre looked like a guy that hadn't pitched in a long time. And plus, he had a few little errors out there. Got a little sloppy at the end, but that's okay. If anything, it gives you a chance to put in the, get that out of the system, get refocused, and see how quickly things can change.
Yep.
At a moment's notice. Everybody talks about we got to beat them 2 times. We got to beat them 2 times. You can't beat them 2 times until you beat them 1 time. Mm-hmm. So we got tomorrow. It's the only day that matters. It's Wednesday. It's the only day that matters. This team, I've been saying this since we lost the first game. This team is built to come. We got enough pitching, enough hitting to come through the losers bracket. This is what this team was built just in case we blew a game that we could battle out of it. Now, I know LSU is a different animal, but this team can do this. This team can do it. Little Rock took them to a 7th game in a regional and had them down 5-1. If we ever get them down 5-1 in the final game, they're not getting out of it. So it's, people, this is not you don't have to be Superman to do this, to pull this off. Arkansas just got to play good baseball, and they can do this. This is not, we're not NC State of 83. We're not Villanova. We're not Fresno State of 09. This team is good enough to do what they have to do. Just remember that. This is not in the weather. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to let other callers get on.
Sterling, I appreciate it. Thanks, I want to lean into that call for a second. Sterling is one of my favorite, if not my favorite callers, for a reason, because I feel like he always thinks out what he's going to say. He doesn't feel like he's the smartest guy in the room, but he puts some thought into it. So that is an important element of this game tomorrow. And not just this game tomorrow, but also Thursday as well. While LSU is the cream of the crop in college baseball, the 7 national titles, the last 3 coaches that won the whole thing, Jay Johnson going for his 2nd in 3 years, you still have a really great program. Now, in order to get to that next level, which you have been yearning for years, you need to figure out a way to beat this team. And I said come Saturday night, it's like that's why LSU is LSU, and we are Arkansas. Arkansas is Arkansas. And you can take that as a slight. You can take that in anger, or you could just take it in reality, because it's true. They get it done here in Omaha, Nebraska. And while you've come up close a few times, you haven't gotten over this hump. This LSU team is really, really good, as was that 2009 team, as was the team that won it with Paul Skeens, Tommy Tanks, and is it Cruz or Crew? I forget I get that mixed up with.
I think it's Cruz.
Yeah,
Doesn't
with Cruz a couple years ago. So you're just in a situation tomorrow. At least you're not going to have to face Kate Anderson tomorrow. You might have to face him on Thursday for a couple innings or a couple outs, whatever it may be. Ianson didn't go today, so there's a really strong possibility you see him start for LSU tomorrow. There again, it's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy when you play the best college baseball program in the country, which as much as it pains me to say that, that's what LSU is. Michael's in Fort Smith here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Michael, what's up, man?
Hey, yeah, great game tonight. I really think this is coming down to a point where we're talking about a pitcher that came back and redeemed himself, but Wood gave us that chance. And at the end of the day, the bullpen is so deep. We need them to turn it around. We need to do what we did Game 3 LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can do that, that is the only path that we were given. Like LSU came in, they played the way they did. You can't put so much on what happened in the first game there. You know, the pitchers, they go out there, they battle, and he came back tonight and proved himself. Now it's time for the team to come around and make that path final. And I think that we have that pitching staff because Dave Van Horn builds that every year, that this is the time that could play out. And, you know, so many people, they saw that first game go the way that it did, and they gave up. And this is the moment where it could go the other way. And I think it's happened before. Game 3, LSU is the proof of that. And then it all starts over again. And you're that complete team with Aloy and the outfield that pulls it together every time to make those big plays happen when they have to. And they did. They did tonight. That final score tonight wasn't just because we went out there and swung the bat, because those guys played their hearts out every play. And it looked in the 8th and the 9th like it could go a different way, but they managed to make it happen. And I'm very proud of these guys. No matter what happens in these next games, I'm so proud of them.
Michael, you should be proud of them because not once but twice, and we appreciate your phone call here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, not once but twice they were able to stave off elimination and continue to fight, continue to keep you in, as Dave Van Horn was talking about, to dig out of that hole. Again, 4 games in June. You're 50% of the way home, and you're going up against an opponent that has been what college baseball is all about. When it comes to championships, reigns, traditions, LSU football and baseball are very similar. Their fan base is so stuck in the past, in the 60s and the 70s, and around that time period. And while they've got a ton of tradition, while Texas has a ton of tradition in both of those sports, that hasn't held up in the 21st century. Yes, there's been a national champion appearance or two for both sports. But when you think about college baseball in the 21st century, and even the 90s, it's LSU. And that's who you have to go through tomorrow. Ole Miss went through you 3 years ago for their first national championship. Now you have to do the same against an opponent that's gotten the better of you in years past. Hopefully it doesn't happen tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We got another break to hit against Hog Reaction presented by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel. Your calls, your text, more reaction from Dave Van Horn and the players after this.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
Have you tried the TGI Friday weekday deals? On Monday, they have 50-cent wings, traditional or boneless, 10-piece minimum. Tuesday, cheeseburgers and fries with a fountain drink for $10. On Wednesday, Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta for only $12. On Thursday, enjoy a half a rack of ribs for only $12. Stop by and check out the weekday deals at TGI Fridays, I-540 at Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. In here, it's always Friday.
Spring is here, and Alma Tractor and Equipment has 0% financing up to 60 months on all New Holland 50 to 120 horsepower Workmaster and Firstar tractors, or cashback savings through June 30th. Whatever size acreage you have, we have a New Holland tractor for you. Stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and take advantage of these great offers today.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren. It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jasco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. Cecil, this is the one-stop shop.
Yes, Jasco Graphics Design, the one-stop shop, 2415 Midland, for your customer buck order.
Why ESPN 95.3?
I really enjoy listening in, and it keeps my day going while I'm at work. Jasco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jasco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
For details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Wahiba Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hog shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
This is Hog Reaction.
Give us a lot of confidence as a group, and it was a big swing, especially in the first inning, scoring first, and kind of built.
That was
off
Logan Maxwell following Wahiba Aloy's 2-run shot that kind of got the scoring going for the Arkansas Razorbacks as they win 7-3 tonight at Charles Schwab Field. Alongside Colton Little, I'm Todd Richardson. Hog Reaction rolls on. Getting to more of your texts, like Weston Springdale saying it's time to drink Weston Springdale, I can tell you, Colton, who's got a kid due in about 2 months, and myself, who's waking up at 5 a.m., there will be no alcohol consumed tonight.
No.
I'm going to maybe grab a pizza on the way home, and I'm going to pass out. Do you have any food plans that you're going to stop at on the way home, if at all?
Purposely left half of my lunch here today to save for tonight, knowing it would be a late night. We'd be celebrating a win. So there's some chicken tenders that are calling my name in the refrigerator.
That's a man with a plan. Arky from NWA texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. And Arky, you're right, because I heard it. If LSU's honest, they probably don't want to face this again.
Hey, Ty, speaking of honesty, there was a pretty funny clip in the presser about an honest moment.
Let's hear it.
He forgot his jersey at the hotel.
We teach our kids to be honest around here.
There was a clip earlier of Gage Wood, and as ESPN didn't take their camera off of him all night, pregame before first pitch tonight, he was wearing a jersey or a cage jacket that had Zach Root's number 33 on the back of it. So in the presser, they asked Zach about it, and Gage had forgotten it. You know, when you throw a no-hitter, the first one in the College World Series for the first time in, 65 years, who cares if you bring your jersey the next day, man? Just show up and smile.
I actually saw Mr. Bryan and Mrs. Chastity after the game and congratulated them both, and they were still beaming and grinning and smiling ear to ear. And I know kind of one of the first things out of both of their mouths was, like, could it keep playing it? And one of the points that Cole and I made with Christian earlier on Arkansas game day, as Jalen Battles is here. He just walked out of here at DJ's. I know he was in attendance tonight as well. You want an opportunity for Gage to pitch again. Like, Zach redeemed himself tonight. He goes 5 innings, only gives up 3 hits, no runs. Zach was awesome. I think the story that's going to come out of tonight's game was the bats waking up and Arkansas, again, scoring 7 runs, which in a lot of games will help, will get you over to the finish line. You'll win. But Zach, how about him? How about Root, who you might be able to see Saturday, Sunday? Again, the pitch count's starting to add up for him. So, but he's at a point in his career where he just wants to help this team win a national championship. So, encouraging to see for Zach. But you want Gage to have an opportunity to pitch again. While that is the best moment of his Razorback baseball or maybe his life, that's not what he's here for. He wants to win a national championship, as do the rest of his teammates. Will is our residential LSU fan. He texted in saying, "Go Tigers, we'll see y'all tomorrow night." Again, I think some LSU fans are a little nervous based on some of what the murmurs that I heard following that game. There were a few Go Tigers tossed in there too. And again, you haven't had success against these guys in the postseason, and the majority of this series has been favored to the Tigers. I think a lot of people felt really good about this past Saturday night, and Kate Anderson said, y'all can go home ticked off because we're not losing this game. Luckily, you're not going to see him tomorrow unless something crazy happens. You might see him Thursday, but you're going to have to beat Ianson, who creamed you pretty good in Baton Rouge, and hopefully you can return the favor tomorrow night here in Omaha.
Yeah, and there's two schools of thought on as to who LSU's going to put on the bump tomorrow for you. You know, Ianson only ended up throwing, 40? I think it was 44 pitches, not very much the other night before the rain delay got to the LSU-UCLA game. So there's likely not a chance. Did he come back and play today? I don't remember seeing that he ended up throwing it all.
No, he did. Well, I say that. They started their closer today, but unless he came in later and I didn't watch it, like I was watching that game and I didn't see him, but I don't have the stat book.
He didn't have a very long outing the first time around, as did Zach Root, and Zach Root was able to come back out tonight and give you 5 innings, and he threw 87 pitches. So there's two schools of thought as to when they can use Anderson and Ianson again. And if you get to a game where there's a situation on a Thursday, you pitch everybody else in your bullpen tomorrow and basically just save those two. That's a pretty formidable opponent for any lineup in the entire history of baseball to go up against. I mean, those guys are really, really good. Ty, but there were a couple things tonight that you have to be really, really inspired by, and not just with the pitching staff. That's really been the story of this Razorbacks run to Omaha at this point, but there were a couple of guys tonight that had been doing the things that had made them so successful early on in this season. Both Kuhio Eloy and Brent Iredale tonight had hits that had exit velos of above 110 miles an hour. And I know that that's kind of getting into the weeds of baseball and all the analytics and stuff, but for real though, those are one of the things that helps you turn a base hit, into it just helps you out a lot when you can get that ball out of the infield fast. And it was great to see Iredale and Aloy put good swings on the ball, because you can't get an exit velo if you don't get a good swing on the ball. And Iredale and Kuhio Aloy both tonight were able to come through in the clutch tonight. Big hits for the Razorbacks tonight and RBIs. It was just good to see that from a couple of guys in the Razorback lineup, because they had struggled to this point putting the bat on the ball. They also worked the count a little bit better, so more patient, just a lot better performance tonight from your Razorback hitters.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Bubba touched on that in the Learfield postgame as well. So hitting-wise, you definitely got some improvement for Razorbacks across the board. Like you said, it was nice to see Kuhio get another hit, add to his total tonight. JT was awesome again, and Bahiba Aloy playing exactly like a Golden Spikes Award finalist and potential winner should be playing in the postseason. We got to take another break. Again, it is Hog Reaction presented by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel. More to get to after this.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Taco Bell's new crispy chicken tacos and burritos are so delicious.
Wait, Taco Bell's a chicken place now?
Nope, they're a taco place.
So this crispy chicken taco's from another chicken place.
No, it's from Taco Bell.
But this chicken is all white meat with avocado ranch. Gotta be from a chicken place.
It's coated in crispy tortilla chips. That's Taco Place.
I don't know. It seems like Taco Bell's just a chicken place now.
Well, the crispy chicken also comes in burritos.
But it's even real.
Try the new crispy chicken tacos and burritos from Taco Bell. Your taco place, it's also a chicken place, it's also a taco place.
At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time, only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Looking for your dream ride? Head to McLartyDaniel.com, Northwest Arkansas's premier auto destination. With over 2,600 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, we've got your perfect match. Chrysler, Ford, Nissan, Buick, GMC, and more. Visit our 6 locations from Springdale to Bentonville, where our award-winning team offers top-notch service, competitive financing, and certified pre-owned deals. McLarty Daniel buys cars too, even if you don't buy ours. McLarty Daniel Automotive, driving Northwest Arkansas forward.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us at 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. See, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
What's going on the grill tonight? Whatever it is, make it unforgettable with the best cuts in town from Richard's Country Meat Market. From the sizzle of bacon wrapped fillets to the bold flavor of gourmet burgers, juicy steaks, and ready-to-grill kebabs, Richard's is your go-to for a summer full of flavor. Planning to cook out? Skip the stress and call ahead for curbside pickup at 443-0000. Only the best goes on your grill. So get it from Richard's Country Meat Market. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. And online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
Big changes are coming. In order to serve you better, Metters Lumber is joining Ace Hardware. We will remain locally owned and operated so you can expect the same great service, but with lower pricing and better selection. We'll have exciting new brands to serve more of your needs. Come by and check out our deeply discounted merchandise as we make room for new products at Metters Lumber Company in Alma, Ozark in Clarksville.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right company.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
At the screen, you have to protect yourself.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Stu, you're a dentist. Hey, don't try and get fancy.
I'm Dr. Bill Ligon, and I believe that premium dental care should be attainable for every hog fan. At Dallas Street Dental, we offer an affordable new patient exam option that allows us to get a full picture of what's going on and a treatment plan for the best course of care for you. On top of that, our team has a $50 new patient special that includes the exam and full mouth set of x-rays. We also have financing options available. Come see us at Dallas Street Dental, 8020 Dallas Street, Fort Smith. Don't let a hog's win be the only reason you're smiling.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Vahiva Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hawks shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
This is Hog Reaction.
We played them 4 times. We lost in extra innings. They whipped us. We beat them. And then what happened the other night, I remember them all. The first game finished about 1:15 in the morning. And then we got beat later that day. And then we won on a Sunday, which was a big win for our team, showed a little toughness. And then obviously Anderson pitched extremely well the other day. You just play, I mean, they're really good. They don't have any weaknesses. They got big time arms. Their top 6-7 arms all are big time at this level. And they've got power, they've got some speed, and you just have to pitch well against them and you got to score. And if we don't score, we'll be in trouble.
Did you notice a thing or two in that sound bite? He remembers them all. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you play a team, you play a competitor, you play just a squad that you remember the bad parts. Matt Jones was talking about this today, and he's spot on. The real competitors don't remember the great wins and the great moments. They remember the losses. And LSU has caused us a lot of pain over the years, not just in baseball, but football too. We talk games of consequence. How many times has an LSU-Arkansas series decided who could potentially win the SEC in baseball? It used to every once in a while decide who's winning the SEC West. Of course, there's no divisions anymore, so you don't have that. But that's what you have, a game of consequence, and hopefully 2 games of consequence if you can defeat the Tigers tomorrow night, Colton.
Yeah, that when Dave puts his head on the pillow every night, there's just a quick little montage of all the worst thing that's ever happened to him as a baseball coach, and he tries to fight those demons off real quick and go to sleep. Because when you're a high-level competitor, when you love what you do, that's just how you are, Ty. I mean, I'm the same way. I know you are too. When I make a mistake, when I mess up saying something, which is an easy job that we have to do sometimes, just speaking the English language, we get frustrated sometimes when it doesn't come out the correct way or the most professional way or the best stated way. And, in between the breaks, we kick ourselves and get upset, but you have to move on and go to the next thing. And that's what makes Dave Van Horn such a great coach, is he's kept every single Razorback on that roster completely in the moment. Despite all the distractions that the team faced with the amazing performance from Gage Wood yesterday, they could have let that totally have them let go of the rope. And they could have, been lost in that distraction and just relished it too much, not focused up enough. But they continued to let that inspire them and keep moving forward. DVH is so great at that. And like you said, now you have the tall task of beating up the biggest bully on the block. The kid that's always been there for you. The kid that's always pushed you down, held you down, And it's never fun to have to go up against a team that has, an even roster with you, because you know that sometimes it comes down to luck, the bounce of a ball off the grass or off the dirt. And tonight, luck played in the Hogs' favor, and you just have to hope that tomorrow night, luck plays again in the Razorbacks' favor.
Well, regardless of what happens, we'll be here both pre- and post-game at DJ's Dugout. Our coverage here at the College World Series, not just this week, but last week as well, has been brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. Go online to mocklegalsolutions.com. Slip and fall cases, dog bite cases, car wrecks, and more. They can do it all. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price. Firstar Bank for all your first, saving, borrowing, planning. They're your hometown banker with all the digital tools for all your first. USA Fireworks Wholesale, Chris Brewer, #1 wholesale fireworks guy in the state. Message him online, usafireworks.org. Wholesale, basically half the cost. Do it for your neighborhood, your church event at USA Fireworks. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, the best place for the breakfast tacos, the meats, the sides, the fixins. They have it all at Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store in Fayetteville, 4084 MLK Jr. Boulevard, right here in Fayetteville. And by McLarty Daniel. Great service just isn't expected. It's delivered every single day. 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale, and a huge selection online. It's never been easier to find your next ride at McLartyDaniel.com. We touched on this a little bit earlier. Who are we going to see on the bump tomorrow to start out for the Razorbacks? DVH after the game.
We don't know who we're pitching yet, honestly. We'll know probably when do we have to turn the lineup in? About hour and 50 minutes for it. Yeah. We have a couple options, obviously, a couple left, a couple right, guys that have started some games this year. And, we're just try to piece it together tomorrow and see how it goes. But, we're not 100% sure who we're going to throw yet.
The good situation, because of, what would you say, 3 guys, Wood, Gackle, and Root, you have options. Those have been your 3 best pitchers, I would probably say, this season. Zach's been your most consistent. Gackle, we know, has been much better out of the pen than a starting role that he was initially at earlier this year. And then Gage had the best pitching performance, maybe in the history of Razorback baseball, especially in a moment that we haven't seen at the College World Series like he displayed last night. So those 3 guys have set you up with, again, Gibbler can come back. Fouch can come back. I know Mac didn't have a great outing tonight. The possibility of him pitching just a little bit. There's a lot of guys. Aiden Jimenez is a guy that maybe not tomorrow, but you can see him Thursday. I mean, there are options for Dave Van Horn in this baseball team, but kind of like we were kicking around earlier, we both expect Landon Beidle-Cheese to be the initial starter tomorrow night.
I do think it'll be Beidle-Cheese as somebody that's going to be sort of a steady presence up there, someone that's gotten the ball in that situation before, high leverage. Maybe not quite as high leverage as an elimination game against your fiercest rival when the pressure of the world is facing your program, but high leverage enough. And I think that Landon Beidle-Cheese is confident enough in himself to do it. And, you mentioned Gibbler and Fouch. Ty, they played a really big role in closing out that series against LSU to, avoid being swept on that Sunday. They kind of shut the door on the LSU lineup with their ability to pitch on that Sunday as well, on Mother's Day. So I do believe that tomorrow we'll probably likely see a combination of everybody out of the bullpen. I expect we'll probably see the same thing from LSU. And I don't know, because they're not playing with any threat of elimination. They can technically afford to lose a game. They may just try and throw their best, but they may also play it a little bit safe. So it could be a bullpen game tomorrow. I expect us to just throw whoever's available and looks like they have the eye of knowing, well, it looks like they're ready to go.
Let's get to hold on, just
God bless you.
Apologize.
Get those demons out.
I'm trying. Let's get to some more text here. Big Mike from Waldron saying Anderson, talking about Cade Anderson, can make you whiff on pitches right down the middle because of his stuff. Let's see. Arky texted him. I hate that Cam Kozel has been so part of the play to Omaha thus far. He did have a great base running to give Arkansas an additional run tonight. I hope he cuts loose tomorrow night. We need him to best the Tigers. That's, again, Arky from Northwest Arkansas.
Ty, that isn't the best play that he made. The best play that he made tonight was this.
Root
throws a 1, and Lebu chops to third. To his right, it's Iredale. Backhands takes some time. Too high with the throw. Airmailed it. And Lebu, he turned around first base. Ball's recovered. Kozel throws back to Robinette. Tagged him. He's out. Lebu stumbled across first base and made a little bit of a turn. Once you make the turn, you better get back to first base, and he was late.
Somebody has to back up that throw, and Ryder Helfrich usually is always making his way up the line. A little bit late right there. The ball took a very lucky bounce off the side of the padding, and Cam Kozel was in the right spot. Johnny on the spot, turned around and flipped it right back to Robinette. I am very big out for Zach Root.
Right place, right time, but that you wouldn't be there. So you make your own luck, and
High IQ play by Cam Kozel. He's a really smart baseball player.
Jason for Missouri texted in saying he knew the guys would win tonight. Get some rest, sleep, and let's go Hogs and beat LSU. Again, Lewis Automotive Group hotline open, 877-377-6963. Sean thinks that they're going to go Gibbler then Fouch tomorrow. That's his setup initially for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tanner Tupelo comes in hot tonight.
He's trying to mend 30-year-old wounds, and I feel for him. I think he's right.
Screw UCLA and their cheating 1995 UCLA Bruins basketball team.
Damn, O'Bannon brothers.
That's a good text, Tanner. Chris in Springdale, what's your go-to meal at DJ's Dugout, Ty? Chris, I've gotten something different each time, legitimately, and it's all been good. So a lot of Razorback fans. We're one of the last few people in here tonight. Hopefully there'll be a lot of Razorback fans tomorrow, and then when you win tomorrow night, hopefully on Sunday as well. Again, every time that Arkansas wins,
we will see you tomorrow night.
I think we're gonna. Tommy was itching for that's Joe Buck. I think he's itching for a Jack Buck call tomorrow.
I'll get the Jack Buck on there tomorrow.
I think we'll find one of those for tomorrow as we continue on the morning rush, which Colton has done a fantastic job blending in some good opens this week, including the Boston Red Sox.
I can come up with a question I can't find an answer to, but why not us? Why not us, baby?
You know what? Why not us?
Arkansas's 50% of the way, y'all, to get back to the College World Series Finals. This has happened before against a team that beat you in 2018. I'm not saying it's probable for the first time ever to beat this LSU squad in postseason.
But what are you saying?
But I'm saying it could happen. I don't know if I can pull the Jim Carrey there, but at least it could happen. All right, we got more to get to here on Hog Reaction. More of your calls and texts coming up as we're live from Omaha following Arkansas' 7-3 win over UCLA. More to get to next.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Game day, work day, or any day, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue has you covered with 100% oak smoked meats served by weight so you get exactly what you want. Hosting a crew, Rudy's group meals are perfect for parties, office lunches, or tailgates. 3 meats, 3 sides, all the fixings, and yes, even a tablecloth. And don't forget breakfast tacos every morning until 10 a.m. Made to order, or they've got grab and go for the whole team. Visit Rudy's at 4084 MLK Jr. Boulevard in Fayetteville. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, smoking good every time.
Whether you're opening your first checking account, purchasing your first home, saving for your first big vacation, or opening a new business, Firstar Bank offers hometown service with the latest in digital banking technology. Our local team makes banking fast, convenient, and easy. From simple everyday banking to helping you fulfill your dreams, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. Firstar Bank. We'll be there through all your firsts. Learn more at firstar.bank or stop by one of our local branches today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us at 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. See, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
See dealer for details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Take your dining to a whole new level at Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant. You'll find the finest cuts of steak and the freshest seafood in an amazing atmosphere. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant is at Chaffee Crossing, across from the Arkansas Colleges of Health Education on Chad Colley Drive. When your night deserves the best, call 597-4081 for reservations or book online at Toast. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant, your destination for not only great food, but an amazing experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cole Johnson with River Valley Smile Center. If you're struggling with missing teeth or tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures, I want you to know there's a better option. With full arch dental implants, we can create a smile that's strong, secure, and looks completely natural. These aren't traditional dentures. They're fixed in place with implants, so they don't slip or cause pain. You can speak, eat, and smile with confidence like you're used to. I've seen firsthand how life-changing this solution can be for our patients. It's why I love what I do. Give us a call at 479-646-0706 or visit rivervalleysmiles.com. Let's rebuild your smile together.
Superior Siding and Windows have been improving homes in Fort Smith and the River Valley for over 44 years. Whether your need is siding, vinyl windows, doors, or gutters, Superior Siding is the one to call if you want it done right the first time. Call 479-646-7888 for a free estimate. 100% financing is available, and Superior Siding has AAA rating with Better Business Bureau. Superior Siding, your first call, 479-646-7888.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Wahiba Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hogs shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
This is Hog Reaction.
Just really proud of him. You know, obviously he wasn't happy when I took him out the other day, but just the situation I already mentioned the other day about it, just didn't feel like that we could give up much more, and who they had coming up and who they had on the mound just needed to do something different. And, you know, he went out today and just proved why he's one of the best left-handed pitchers in the country, and if we get to play long enough, maybe he'll get to pitch again.
And again, that goes to the point that we've been making. Give Zach, give Gage, give Gabe another opportunity to pitch again. They're not going to be able to unless you don't win this game tomorrow. And, I mean, the players know how big of a game this is, Colton. They know that LSU has not been an opponent that you've fared well against in postseason. I think if you're going to, like, some of these guys that have come over as transfer players that in one season, and maybe their only season as Razorbacks, have gotten this team to Omaha, like, it's harder to live in lore and have a legacy in just 1 year. But if you beat your arch rival, who to me, and I said this earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, has eclipsed Texas in my mind. I know Tennessee, come on. I know Ole Miss, a lot of people don't like Ole Miss baseball, and I'm one of those. I respect them because they beat you to win a national championship. But this is your baseball rival. And I don't care how old you are, and I know Texas is still Texas, but this is your baseball rival. And they're here, and they're waiting on you, and you have a chance to kick them off the throne. Starts tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Let's go.
And you're not in the worst position, you just
great point.
Bubba said this on the broadcast after the game. I think that I happen to agree with them, but he mentioned that he thinks that this offense just gets better playing every day because, like I've mentioned this before in other post games, getting into a rhythm as a baseball player is huge. You live for that as a pitcher, as a hitter, playing every day. I mean, these guys are out of school. They are only focused on one thing, and it's, dirt, grass, field, ball, bat. That's all they can worry about. It's all they have to care about, and that's perfect for them. It's what they want. They live for this time, as young men, still as students, where, it's all it is just baseball. And so for them, these experiences, they're enjoying it and soaking up every single second of it. So that they want to be able to capture this not only to make sure that moment lasts forever, but so they can leave that legacy that you were talking about. And look, the weight of the world is on this team every single time that they step onto the field now in Omaha until you beat LSU and then things reset in the championship series. But you have to beat them first. You have to overcome that hump and climb that mountain that's always been in front of you that you've just always seemed to fall back off of whenever you are so close to reaching the top.
Who comes out of the other side, Colin? Coastal or Louisville? I mean, I tend to think it's Coastal at third at best odds, and it could end up shaking like that, where you have Arkansas, LSU, and Coastal, three highest odds to win the whole thing. Coastal looks like they're going to come out there in the winner's bracket. You're hoping your team comes out of the loser's bracket and defeats the Tigers twice. You like Coastal or you like Louisville to get it done these next couple days?
I've said before, I believe that the Teal is real. They have a really good pitching.
Teal is real.
They have a really good pitching staff. They're, maybe not the same numbers to the same extent against the same competition, but they have kind of a similar setup to LSU in which they're built around one or two, three really good pitchers, and they have really capable hitters that are veterans that have come in from different programs and came up through the JUCO ranks and are able to really, really work the count and see a lot of pitches. And that's really, really critical, especially in games like Omaha, where you're playing a team that's maybe blown 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different pitchers in the entirety of the game. Maybe that was played earlier that day because of a rain out or the night before because it was a long game. So it's to the benefit of Coastal Carolina, and I think that they just have a really, really talented lineup as well. So I think it's going to be Coastal Carolina that will that the winner of this next game against Arkansas and LSU will see in the championship series.
Rick and Calico Rock, we've got this. Texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Again, you're hoping you have that same confidence level in that this team that you had heading into Saturday, and this team comes through for you. You talk about a togetherness. We saw a good chunk of guys step up tonight for this Arkansas. You mentioned Cam Kojal's play that could have resulted in an error. Unfortunately, they had 3 or 4 in the ninth inning that ended up getting
They were
UCLA.
just credited for 2, but they were just credited for 2 in that ninth inning, but they finished the game
That's
with
all
3
it was?
total overall. Yeah.
Okay, that's to me. There's whatever. That's grasping at straws, I guess. You think about Lloyd tonight, 2 hits, walk. Logan Maxwell was great. He also got 2 hits, including a big one late. Brent Iredale, 2 hits. Justin Thomas, 2 hits. Cahillo gets a hit. So up and down the lineup again. A lot of guys contributed, and again, you have to. That's what makes Arkansas such a difficult opponent. Is this team comes at you at waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
This team is one of those squads that they keep coming. Cam Kojal gets on with the walk, doesn't get a hit tonight. I know he's probably frustrated with how he's at least hit the ball in Omaha. You're hoping he gets going and on track a little bit, and I think for Arkansas tomorrow, you saw just like an easiness and at ease when Aloy hit that first bomb in the first. If you can get something going early like we saw tonight, then that's gonna gel's not the right word, but it will surge the rest of your team. The pitching, you'll be Colton, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll be the away team tomorrow, so you'll be hitting first, right?
I believe so.
Set the tone early.
Yeah.
Davalon's been one of the best in all of college baseball in getting on base to lead off innings, whether walk, whether hits. Led off today with a hit. So that's his only hit for that matter. So I think a lot of confidence could be inspired for fans and the rest of the team if Chuck does what he's done all season. It's just get on base, get on the bag first thing tomorrow, 6:00.
Yeah, you have to come out early and get on this LSU Tiger lineup. We saw it today. Whenever Aloy hit that home run, I mean that was the first inning. So I mean it was an incredible way for the momentum to completely shift over to your dugout, because in the beginning of the game, it was one of the craziest things I have ever seen.
Peyton Brennan's next, left-handed batter, 298.
I mean, it was serious.
Here comes West to the plate. He throws home the tag, and they got him to end the inning. Dean West tried to steal home plate on Zach Root. He said he was safe. He's going to ask for a review.
Ryder Helfrich, by the very, very, very smallest margin of lace on his Rawlings Heart of the Hind glove, was able to tag the runner trying to steal home at third base when the bases are juiced. And I understand that there's a couple of outs, but that seemed like a crazy thing to me. But directly after that, just a couple of moments later, Davalon gets on base, Fajiva goes big fly, everything switches, and now the Razorbacks are in control of the game. A similar situation, Ty, has to happen tomorrow night for me to feel comfortable like I did tonight about the game after that moment.
I think from a comfortability standpoint, and I had it jotted down in my notes, Colton, kind of like you were talking about, but I honestly completely forgot about the very beginning of that game, and to steal home, what a gutsy goal that didn't pay off tonight for UCLA.
If the guy puts his hand in there and somehow makes it in, it's a genius call, and who knows how that changes things. I mean, the next guy may feel inspired and come up and smack one through the middle of the infield, and all of a sudden UCLA has 2 or 3 runs to start the game, and it could be entirely different. So it was a huge play.
Yeah, and again, Razorbacks get it done 7-3. We've got a one more segment, I believe, coming up here on Hog Reaction. One final time to jump in tonight. And, of course, 13 hours of wall-to-wall coverage with Chuck and Bo, the Morning Rush halftime, and Ruskin and Zach. I say 13 hours. We'll lead you in with the Arkansas Game Day show starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So it'll be a shortened Ruskin and Zach. We return after these messages.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by ARK Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com. Summer is here, and Gelco Outdoors has the outdoor gear for you. Hiking boots by Salomon, running shoes by Under Armour, fishing shoes by Extra Tough and Under Armour, dry fit fishing and outdoor clothing by AFCO, Ariat, Drake, Hook, and Under Armour. Take advantage of the hot summer deals on summer clothing with buy one, get the second at 50% off. See store for details. For all your summer fishing, Gelco has the gear. Hunters, get ready for bow season. Gelco Outdoors, your one-stop summer store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
He's a dentist. Don't get too excited.
I'm Dr. Bill Ligon, and I believe that premium dental care should be attainable for every hog fan. At Dallas Street Dental, we're offering half-off professional whitening in June and July. Take advantage of this incredible deal by visiting dsd.live. Ask about implants, ortho, and more. We also have financing options available. Call 479-452-6600. That's 452-6600. Come see us at Dallas Street Dental, 8020 Dallas Street, Fort Smith. Don't let a hog's win be the only reason you're smiling.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
What's going on the grill tonight? Whatever it is, make it unforgettable with the best cuts in town from Richard's Country Meat Market. From the sizzle of bacon wrapped fillets to the bold flavor of gourmet burgers, juicy steaks, and ready-to-grill kebabs, Richard's is your go-to for a summer full of flavor. Planning to cook out? Skip the stress and call ahead for curbside pickup at 443-0000. Only the best goes on your grill. So get it from Richard's Country Meat Market. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. And online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
Spring is here, and Alma Tractor and Equipment has 0% financing up to 60 months on all New Holland 50 to 120 horsepower Workmaster and Power Star tractors, or cashback savings through June 30th. Whatever size acreage you have, we have a New Holland tractor for you. Stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and take advantage of these great offers today.
Summer is finally here. Come check out Kofer's Boat Center's huge selection of boats with extra rebates for a limited time. Kofer's features low pontoons and fishing boats, Malibu and Axis wake surf boats, Camus bass boats, and Kofer's has recently added the luxury line of Harris pontoons. Kofer's experienced professionals will answer all of your boating questions, and their award-winning customer service is second to none. Plus, they have the best boat storage option in town. Find them online at Kofers.com. That's COPHERS.com. Kofer's Boat Center, providing family fun since 1971. Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
2-2 on Aloy, swing and a drive, right field, carrying, there it goes. Get out of here. Wahiba Aloy into the UCLA bullpen. 21st for the Hogs shortstop, and they're up 2-0.
This is Hog Reaction.
We have a good offense. We're facing some really good pitching. You can't change too much at this time of year. You just try to improve in some areas. And, we don't have everybody hitting, obviously. You could go through it a little bit. Our 9-hole hitters got 5 or 6 hits. And, some guys in the middle order, they may have maybe one. We just need to get some guys going if we're going to get through what we need to get through. So, I'm just glad that we scored more runs, and obviously it was a little better tonight to hit in the ballpark. It's not as humid, and wind was blowing different directions, but it wasn't stopping the ball like it was the other day. But yeah, at this time of year, we're just working on what we do every day and try to put together a good game plan and advance. So here we are.
Well, they've advanced to tomorrow night against the LSU Tigers. Well, they will once again face elimination. You're 50% of the way of 4 days in June. Hopefully the Arkansas Razorbacks are able to do that. But you have seen progression, Colton, which I've liked. And I know Dave Van Horn and Nate Thompson have liked as well. Speaking of progression, did you progress over to the fridge to eat those chicken dinners yet? I have some goldfish with me
No, I never got a chance to do that. I was cutting audio, and then to be honest with you, I totally forgot about it. So you just reminded me. So I'll have to snag those to gobble down on the way home.
On the way home. Well, you think about this matchup tomorrow. Again, we're wondering about the starting pitching. You got some more from your hitting today. I'm really encouraged by Justin Thomas in the 9-hole.
Count is 3-0. The pitch to Thomas is swung on, a base hit over third, makes it 7-0. It's towards the line. West cuts it off. Thomas won second base. West threw too late. He held on to it. JT stand-up double. Love it.
Root gets the 5 innings pitch, 3 hits, only 3 hits given up. Viva Loy goes deep early. He's going to get credit. You mentioned Cam Kojal's play earlier, but JT, these last 2 games, 6 hits. 6 hits for your 9-hole guy who's hitting nearly 300. Find me a team in college baseball that can say that about their last hitter in the batting order.
Well, Ty, a lot of teams in college baseball would turn Justin Thomas into their leadoff hitter or their 1 or 2 hitter, a guy that's usually going to be getting on base for their power hitter or cleanup hitter to come on and send him home. So Justin Thomas is a real tool and is a really valuable tool to have down there at the bottom of your lineup because he's essentially a second leadoff guy. He just turns the lineup right around for Charles Davalon, who's usually been able to get on base for the most part all season, and he's done a good job this World Series as well. For the most part at the plate. So Justin Thomas has been really good, and that's exactly what it takes is guys that you don't expect, guys that aren't really your, known for being offensive stars or extremely productive at the plate. It takes performances like that to be able to make these type of runs that you need to be able to make it through these 4 days in June, Ty. You need these performances from guys like Justin Thomas, and you need these out-of-your-mind performances from guys like Gage Wood, and tomorrow it's going to take another great performance from somebody else.
Yeah, and hopefully it continues heading into tomorrow, and you can beat LSU and see what happens in a do-or-die game. I know you came up short against Ole Miss 3 years ago, and you just want to be in that situation where you could have another opportunity to get. Dwayne and Harrison's pumped about the game tomorrow. He cannot wait. Go Hogs, he says, as he's chiming in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. I think when you talk about LSU and you talk about Arkansas, there's a respect level. Like there are teams that you hate, dislike. You don't like their coach. You don't have to like Jay Johnson, but it's the best baseball program in the country. It's the best job in the country, in my opinion. Last 3 coaches won national championships, just like their football coach. We know the talent of Louisiana in football. Well, baseball is pretty talented as well. As we close out tonight's show, Greg in Fort Smith has called us. Greg, what's on your mind here at 11:52 tonight, brother?
Hey, Ty, what up, man?
How are you?
Hey, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm cool, man. I don't know if this is a Phil Elston question or a Ty question.
Oh, it's probably Phil. The fact that you started out like that, I'm going to guess
it's
Phil.
Yeah, it's baseball. It's baseball.
Okay.
Hey, how many baseballs do they go through in a game? I mean, constantly they're going through baseballs, and I know they got to cost. I'm just curious, how many baseballs do they go through a game, and what's that cost?
Well, the NCAA is trying to cut costs, Colton, so maybe they should, anytime a ball gets dirty, they should stop throwing it to the stands, or maybe I watched a the ump recycle one of them tonight. That is a Phil Elson in the weeds type of question that I am not your guy. Colton, are you over there Googling it right now?
I did give it a Google, and our future Supreme Overlords AI gave us an answer, and it said that an average Major League Baseball game, so in the big leagues where pitchers are maybe a little bit more controlled, it's approximately 7 to 10 dozen baseballs are used. So it's actually around somewhere from 96 to 120 baseballs. So around the 100 baseball mark would probably be a pretty good guess for an average game how many balls they go through. I mean, they get scuffed up on the dirt, on the bat. Pitchers and catchers, they're asking for a new ball. It seems like almost every other, if not every at-bat, at least once.
Is that sufficient enough for you, Greg? I'm sorry. That is definitely.
Yeah, it is. But hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate the answer, my man. Have fun. Enjoy Omaha. Have a good night.
Thanks, buddy. Greg in Fort Smith. We appreciate him calling in tonight. Yeah, that's a Phil Elson question. He'll be on obviously at 11 o'clock tomorrow as he gets you ready on halftime with Matt Jones. For this up, and I think Clay's going to be on with him tomorrow at 12, if I remember his schedule correctly, in addition to that. So
there's some Twitter page out there that just is dedicated to counting the number of baseballs used in a game, and I'm sure if I look it up, I can find it. But they go through a lot, that's for sure.
Say, boys. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Hog Reaction. Really appreciate Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel being a part of our coverage. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's beat LSU for the first time in postseason. Let's put them in a situation that we've been in these last two games, a do or die. Hitters are waking up a little bit. Pitching, you think about it, has given up, one earned run, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's right. Through 3 games.
They just pitched 18 consecutive scoreless innings. If they take out the 9th inning, they had 18 consecutive scoreless innings tied over the last 2 games.
So pitching's there, defense is there, and now your hitting's waking up.
17.
Hopefully it all comes together for an Arkansas win tomorrow night. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Colton Little, I'm Ty Richardson. This has been Hog Reaction. We're back tomorrow bright and early for the morning rush. I cannot wait to hear what opens Colton's going to cook up, and I'm sure he's not going to be sleep deprived or anything, considering he'll get home by 12:30 and then be up around 6. But if it makes you feel any better, Colton, I'll be up at 5. So I've got you beat just by a little bit.
Our fearless leader. Thank you.
I wasn't looking for that, but I was just I'm trying to make you feel better knowing that they'll.
No, I'm excited. Look, when they win, it makes these shows a lot more enjoyable. That's for sure.
Think about it this way: it's not that we have to do radio; it's we get to do it tomorrow morning. All right, that's a good way to end it. We'll see y'all tomorrow on the Morning Rush.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank,